Let's now move on to Cameroon, where the Central African country's absconding president has finally returned. Cameroon's 91-year-old President Paul Biya landed back in Central African country on Monday after a 42-day absence that had sparked rumours and raised questions about his health and whereabouts. Now, the chartered aircraft that was carrying President Biya and his wife, Chantal Biya, touched down from Geneva, Switzerland, in the capital city of Yaounde, just a few minutes before 5 p.m. local time. Upon his arrival at the airport, President Biya was greeted by his Secretary-General, Ferdinand Ngongo, with whom the nonagenarian head of state also chatted for a few minutes before getting into his official car. The president was also cheered by a crowd of supporters gathered at the airport, who were carrying posters as well as being dressed in fabrics cladding his image to welcome their beloved head of state. However, there was no interaction with the public. As the 91-year-old president's car began to exit the tarmac where his plane had landed, he and his wife were seen waving at the gathered crowd from the rear seat's window. Moreover, thousands of supporters from the ruling party, called the Cameroon People's Democratic Movement, or the CPDM, thronged the streets to celebrate the return of the only president that they have known. The 22-kilometre stretch from the airport to the Yaounde presidential palace was flanked by several billboards welcoming the nonagenarian president back, and also saw his supporters cheerfully dancing while waiting for the convoy to pass. Now, social media users also did not miss a chance to comment on the president's arrival. While some users took to the platform X to welcome him back to Cameroon, others were quick to say that the country genuinely needed a new leader. One user also mocked the long motorcade that was escorting the president to his palace. Now, who is the 91-year-old president of Cameroon, Paul Biya? And why was he missing in action for nearly 6 weeks? Let's understand. Now, Paul Biya has been the president of Cameroon since 1982. He is the only leader that most Cameroonians know and is the second president of the cocoa and oil-producing country. The nonagenarian president is also the second longest-serving leader in Africa, after Equatorial Guinea's head of state. President Biya has previously taken extended stays abroad, especially in Switzerland, and is accused by human rights groups of intimidating opponents to strengthen his grip on political power. Now, earlier this month, speculations grew about the nonagenarian president's health after he missed the United Nations General Assembly session late in September, and then did not turn up at the Francophonie summit in Paris in early October. Rumours about the president being gravely ill or even dead had been doing the rounds on social media, while media reports began questioning the president's whereabouts after he was last seen in public during a China-Africa forum in early September. However, the government had quashed the rumours, saying that they were pure fantasy and that the president was in good health. They had also banned media outlets from discussing about the president's health, as it was a matter of national security, which further increased speculations. Yet while the 91-year-old head of state's dramatic return from Geneva showed that he was ready to take charge of the Central African country once again, it only further raised questions on whether he is absolutely well enough to run Cameroon and whether he would seek another term in the 2025 presidential election.
Firstpost decodes the U.S. election. Explains how America chooses its president. Your primer on the race to the White House. Everything you need to know about how America votes and its global implications. U.S. Election Explained. Every Monday and Thursday only on Firstpost.